Hey everyone, welcome to today's explainer. We're diving into something that sounds kind of scary, but really isn't. Dividing a fraction by another fraction. It might sound intimidating at first, but I promise you're gonna see how logical, visual, and honestly easy this truly is. So grab your notebooks and let's decode the language of math together.
Here's our roadmap for today. 1. Understanding fraction division. 2. A Taylor's example. 3. The most important rule. 4. Applying the rule. And 5. What we learned today. Let's get right into it.
Part 1. Understanding fraction division, starting with an apple pie. Okay, so whenever we run into a new math concept, I think it's always best to ground it in reality. And honestly, what better way than with food, right? Imagine you've got this gorgeous apple pie right in front of you. But, someone already snagged a slice, so you've got exactly 3/4 of the pie left. Now, if each hungry kid is going to eat exactly 1/4 of a pie, how many kids get to eat? Basically, we're asking, how many 1/4s are inside 3/4? Just take a quick second, actually picture that pie in your head and count those slices. Yep, it's exactly 3. And this perfectly captures what division really means. When we write 3/4 divided by 1/4, all we're really doing is asking, hey, how many 1/4s fit into 3/4? Looking at the pie, you can literally see those 3 separate quarter pieces. So exactly 3 kids can share the pie. It just makes total logical sense when you can visualize it like that. Let's try just one more of these intuitive examples to really lock in that visual. Think about 5/6 divided by 1/6. Before we even worry about formulas, let's just ask what this actually means. How many 1/6 pieces can fit inside 5/6? Imagine a pizza cut into 6 slices, right? And you have 5 of them. How many individual slices are sitting there? Exactly. It's 5. Just looking at it conceptually, if you have 5/6, there are precisely 5 individual 1/6 pieces right there in front of you. Boom. 5/6 divided by 1/6 is 5. That's that satisfying aha moment. Division isn't just a bunch of arbitrary floating numbers, it's really just asking how many of these smaller pieces fit into a bigger piece. Moving on to part 2, a Taylor's example, bringing fractions to the real world. All right, let's step into a totally different scenario just to prove this logic works absolutely everywhere. Picture this. A tailor has exactly 4/5 of a meter of cloth laying on his work table. He needs to cut it into smaller pieces that are exactly 2/5 of a meter long. So the mathematical question is 4/5 divided by 2/5, or translated into plain English, how many 2/5 fit inside 4/5? I'll pause for a sec. Think about grouping those numbers in your head. Nailed it! The answer is 2. Think about it. If you have 4 of something, fifths in this case, and you bundle them up into groups of 2, well, you end up with 2 bundles. From 4/5 of a meter, our tailor cuts exactly 2 pieces that are 2/5 of a meter each. See, you already inherently understand how to divide fractions because your brain naturally knows how to group things logically. Section 3, the most important rule. Or honestly, my favorite part, the magic shortcuts. So far, we've totally relied on our visual intuition. But let's be real, when fractions get messy and complicated, you are not going to want to draw pies or measure out cloth every single time. We need a shortcut. But before we get to the shortcut, we need to master one absolutely crucial vocabulary word, reciprocal. Finding a reciprocal is unbelievably simple. All you do is take a fraction and flip it completely upside down. The top number goes to the bottom goes to the top. That's it. Keep that word locked in your brain. Reciprocal means to flip. All right, here it is, the golden rule for dividing any fraction by another fraction. I'm actually going to slow down a bit here because this 3-step trick is literally the most important thing you'll take away from this explainer today. Step 1, keep the first fraction exactly the same. Don't even touch it. Step 2, change the division sign into a multiplication sign. And step 3, take the reciprocal, meaning flip, only that second fraction. So it's keep, change, reciprocal. It completely magically turns a tricky division problem into a super easy multiplication problem. Let's look at how that translates into formal math language. If you've got A over B divided by C over D, you keep A over B exactly the same, you change division to multiplication, and you take the reciprocal of that second guy, making it D over C. This little formula right here, that is your ultimate tool. Part 4, applying the rule. Let's put this shortcut to the test. Theory is great and all, but actually doing it is where the real mastery happens. Let's watch this transform. We're starting with 6/7 divided by 3/7. First, we keep the 6/7. We change the division to multiplication, and we flip that 3/7 into its reciprocal, which is 7/3. Look at that! Now we just have a straightforward, easy multiplication problem. So, multiplying straight across, 6 times 7 gives us 42 for the top, and 7 times 3 gives us 21 for the bottom. 42 over 21. And if we simplify that, 42 divided by 21 is exactly 2. The shortcut works like an absolute charm. 6/7 divided by 3/7 is 2. Let's tackle another one really quick. 7/9 divided by 5/9. Let's apply our rule, keep 7/9, change to multiplication, flip 5/9 to 9/5. And hey, because we are multiplying now, we can actually take a sneaky extra shortcut. Look at the numbers. That 9 on the bottom and the 9 on the top perfectly cancel each other right out. Since those 9s canceled out, we're just left with a 7 on top and a 5 on the bottom. 7/5. Now hold on. This is an improper fraction, right? Because the top number is bigger than the bottom number. To write our final answer in the simplest, most correct way, we've got to convert it into a mixed number. 5 goes into 7 one time, and you've got 2 left over. So 7/5 beautifully becomes our final answer, 1 2/5. Okay, let's do one final application just to bring it all home and keep the energy up. 1/2 divided by 1/4. We keep the 1/2, change to multiplication, flip the 1/4 into its reciprocal, 4 over 1. That leaves us with 1/2 times 4 over 1. Multiplying straight across, 1 times 4 is 4, and 2 times 1 is 2. That gives us 4 over 2. And 4 divided by 2 simplifies perfectly down to the number 2. And just to connect this back to reality so we're sure, think about money. If you have a $50 and you divide it up into quarters, how many quarters do you get? Exactly 2. The math perfectly matches our everyday reality. Section 5. What we learned today. A quick lesson summary. You guys have done incredible work today, moving all the way from visualizing apple pies to using real algebraic formulas. Let's quickly fire through our checklist to lock this in. Today we learned the definitive rule. Change the division sign to multiplication, turn that second fraction upside down to find its reciprocal, and of course, always simplify your final answer.
Bye students. Don't forget to subscribe for more fun math videos.